Babalik tayo dito sa Victoria Sports Tower for the second of 5 games dito sa ating court number 2. Still in the 2008 division. UST, the runners-up of NCR. And going up against the champions of Luzon, Cavite. This is the second game. As mentioned earlier, it was Davao winning against Ormoc. And later on, we still have 3 more games. Caloocan and Luzon, Cebu and Davao, Manila and Tarlac rounding out our afternoon. Mula dito sa court number 2, Jaime Mendihar together with Cal Sanchez alongside Daniel Laguardia bringing you the action mula dito nga sa Quezon City as we now hear our starting lineups through Rowy Sacote, our game announcer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Victoria Sports Club in Quezon City for the continuation of the PSL National Finals 2024 Road to Supremacy. This is our court number 2, Group B in our Born 2008 division between Manila UST versus Team Cavite. And now the starting lineups for both teams. First, for your Manila UST, point guard 81, Loren Cinco. Shooting guard number 18, Dustin Batan. Small forward number 55, Matthew Knowles. Power forward number 23, Zach Valenzona. And at center number 32, Kiam De La Cruz. Coaching the Manila UST is Andy Mejos. And now the starters for your team Cavite. Point guard number 12, Robert Dapilaga. Shooting guard number 5, CJ Castillejo. Small forward number 4, Andre Ravelo. Power forward number 1, David Legaspi. And at center number 23, Cyrus Bartolome. Head coach for your team Cavite is JP Hilario. Our officials for this match, Crew Chief Garchi Ferrer, Umpire 1, John Santiago, and Umpire 2, Rowan Indoctivo. It's the Manila UST versus Team Cavite. This is the PSL National Finals 2024 Road to Supremacy.
About to tip off for PSL National Finals 2024 in the 2008 division. Cavite going up against Manila UST. The winner will punch their ticket to our semifinals that will be happening tomorrow. So a lot at stake for both these teams, Kyle. That yeah, loser, that would be it for your campaign, and the winner would still be able to extend their games to tomorrow. That they will be facing yung first seed naman in Group A.
Yes, as you mentioned, I can't express enough how important this game is for both of these teams. Our champion from NCR, itong Cavite, and of course our runner-ups, itong Manila UST. Manila UST, the noticeably much taller team. Pero of course, no pushovers to mga tiga Cavite. They are the champions from their region. And yun, UST, first blood sa ating laro.
Dustin Bathan opening us up with a three-pointer. Starters muna tayo din for both squads. Bathan nga for Manila alongside Valenzuela, De La Cruz, Knowles, and Cinco. As Knowles gets that layup, extends his lead to 5 now. Cavite naman will begin this game with Legazpi, Ravelo, Castillejo, Dapilaga, and Bartolome.
Strong start para sa Manila UST, and now they're in a 2-2-1 full court press, trying to delay itong opensa ng Cavite, and Manila UST dropping down into a 2-3 zone once they cross half court.
Just 8 to work with. Short stab para kay Bartolome won't work, but they would keep it. Shot clock resets to 14. So both these teams standing at 1-1. Pareho sila natalo sa Davao City, and pareho din nilang tinalo ang Ormoc. So we did see Davao City earlier winning against Ormoc. They will stay undefeated, 3-0, and will get that first seed sa ating Group B heading into the semifinals. And one of these teams will be joining them tomorrow for another round of games. So high pressure situation for these kids, no? As early as kanilang edad ngayon, Kyle, na na-expose na sila sa mga ganitong klaseng ball games.
Oo, no, na-expedite yung growth, yung advancement nitong mga batang to when they play in these types of tournaments, when there is a lot on the line. So dito matetest yung character ng mga batang ito.
Bartolome able to score underneath the first two para sa Cavite, still trailing by 3, 5-2. Cinco able to fish for that foul. Would be Bartolome, whistled with that personal, and will head to the line for a couple. Couple of players that would not be playing para dito sa dalawang teams na to. Dito for Manila, injured is Rolindo C, one of their key players as well, that natapilok nga daw in their previous ball game and won't be available for them this morning. Dito naman para sa winners of Luzon, Cavite, they would also be playing without Jolo Pascual naman, who unfortunately is under the weather. So get well soon sa'yo, Jolo Pascual, in case you're watching, as well as of course Lindo C para sa Manila.
Fortunately for both of these teams, no, maraming players ready and willing to step up in their teammates' absence.
Pass ahead to Castillejo. Attacks the baseline. His shot a bit too strong. Takbo dito ang Manila. Transition defense for the black shirts right there. Nice pass inside. And getting that finish was Valenzuela.
Great vision there by Cinco, finding a teammate down near the baseline. No?
Lead up to 5 once more, 9-4. Closing in on 7 minutes left sa ating first. Go to the block. Bartolome looking to power his way inside. Can't get that ball to trickle in. Conscious effort itong Cavite to go to Bartolome time and time again. That pass deflected. Munti kang maagaw, but Valenzuela able to recover, leading to this baseline jumper. Dito naman, nakakuha ng shooter's bounce. Si Kiam De La Cruz.
Friendly ang rim natin doon sa tira ni De La Cruz.
11-4. Manila up by 7. Can't hit on that layup. Legazpi, second try. Ayaw pa din. Friendly yung ring natin dito sa Manila side. Dito naman sa Cavite.
Parang may takip.
Parang may takip. Exactly. Will come up with a steal. Castillejo leading the break para sa Cavite. Momentarily open. You know this guy will shoot. Off on that 3 though. 5. Kick out. Batan. That's a sweet looking stroke para kay Dustin Batan. His second 3 of the game. Abante na ng 10 dito. Ang Manila 14-4.
Cavite has to be careful and try not to trail by too much this early. Alam naman natin, doble pagod pag naghahabol ka. You don't want to give your opponent a lot of momentum to start this ball game.
Itong slow start nga para sa Cavite has prompted them to shuffle their players early. Still 5:40 remaining sa ating first quarter. Manila, of course, also introducing a couple players in the ball game for the first time. Dapilaga calling it out para sa Cavite. He will pull up short. Batan secures the rebound. Penetrates. Gets that basket. Now 8 para kay Dustin Batan to begin the first quarter. Lead up to 12, 16-4 with 5:19 remaining in the first. Meron tayong timeout.
With this do-or-die game between the teams, start strong and focus ang pinaalala ni Coach Andy Mejo sa Manila UST. Mahirap mag-relax sa laro na ito dahil alam nila na lahat sila ay gustong manalo, lalo na ang Cavite. Dagdag pa ni Coach Andy, hindi perfect ang lahat but they work hard to avoid errors. However, pag dumami ang errors na yun at sa depensa nangyari, alam nila magkakaproblema sila because once they relax, they know Cavite can take the lead and at that, it won't be easy to even the fight. Back to you, Hyman, Kyle.
Thank you. That was Daniel Leguardia patrolling the sidelines for this ball game as we see Knowles get that putback. And Manila so far, mukhang nagre-responde sa mensahe ng kanilang coach.
Oh, playing very well. You can't ask for a better start if your coach Andy Mejos dito sa nilalaro ng Manila. Almost 20 points already. Still 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Very high scoring performance so far from the boys of UST.
Bartolome. His three-pointer rims out. So, patuloy nagsastruggle dito from the field are the boys in black. Caballero can't hit on his three-pointer. Up by 14 is Manila. Caballero comes up with a steal. Ahead to Castro. Trying to save it. Saves it to Knowles. Can't hit on that three as Batan with a follow-up. Now in double digits is Dustin with 10. Half of Manila's points.
Very active. Itong player na to, si Bata, no? On offense and on defense. Very high scoring para sa kanya. 10 points na already. Still here the first quarter.
Well, I'd like to say this is high scoring para kay Dustin Batan. Parang nakita ko na maglaro to dating Batan to. Kind of, parang okay lang sa akin yan. Baka off game pa nga yung 10 points in the first quarter. As we see Knowles able to finish inside. Showing some emotion.
Manila UST really playing as a cohesive unit here in the first quarter, no? All of the players contributing so far. And malalim din ang bench ng Manila UST. Maraming huhugutin itong si Coach Andy. So you better watch out for these players. If you're Dasma naman, you just have to try to figure things out, no? Maybe make some adjustments going into the next quarter.
Itong literally a slow start Parang polar opposites yung naging umpisa ng parehong koponan dito. Cavite only with 4 points. And dito naman sa kabila, parang yung puntos, napakadaling mahulog. No? 23 na so far. And we still have 3 and 15 to play with.
Actually, you're right. Manila has been getting any shot that they want on offense, no? Eh, sa kabila naman, itong Dasmariñas has been bleeding for points. They've only had 4 points so far, and we only have 3 minutes left sa ating first quarter. And yung depensa ng UST, you know, naka-full court press sila, and even in the half court, their defense is just suffocating.
Let's see if this second unit of Cavite will be able to turn things around. Attacking the hoop and getting another stop is Manila. 2 out of 13 to start this ball game is Cavite. As Habanero turns it over back to Cavite. Immediately apologizing to his bench. 19-point lead para sa Manila, 23-4. Di Masayaw. May buwelo. Pinakita lang yung bola, but that layup won't convert. Gandang peke na sana.
Oo, no, that's what you do against a taller defender like itong si Castro. You have to show them the ball and maybe hopefully get him off their feet. Kaya lang talagang ayaw pumasok ng bola para sa Dasma.
Kanina ina-assume lang natin kaya na parang may takip itong ring ng Cavite. But I'm about 95% convinced na meron nga ata after that miss from Di Masayaw.
The ball was already halfway down. But still, niluha pa rin.
Exactly 2 minutes left here in the first. Corner 3. Op! Yun na, binawi na. Kyle na, mahulog na. That's one way to get things going para sa Cavite. Getting the roll from that three-pointer. It's the third field goal para dito sa Cavite. So trailing by 16, 23-7. They would look to make a run to end this first quarter. Back-to-back three-pointers. Ito naman, Sernias. Fouls it from outside. So 2-point shooting nila, napakaalat. But 3-point shooting naman nila so far has been working.
And against a taller team like Manila UST, no, you want to hit your three-pointers to keep the defense honest.
As we see Cruz getting that bucket underneath. Another block. This time, Ginto able to bother that shot. Three-pointer. Won't fall. A third opportunity para sa Cavite. Sernias able to hit one earlier. Can make it back-to-back.
A little more pep in the step for the boys of Cavite.
That three-pointer. So a couple of misses dito para sa Cavite. As Di Masayaw able to get that foul off Ginto. Sabi mo nga, itong second unit ng Cavite, mukhang sila mas maganda gising kumpara dun sa kanilang first five.
Oh, no, they're bringing a lot of energy compared to the first five that they put in, and 15 points na lang. Kalamangan ng Manila UST. In the previous possession, Cavite being faster to the ball, getting a lot of offensive rebounds, and nare-reward naman sila with 2 free throws.
For our viewers, no, yung mananalo po dito will be moving on to our semi-finals. So talagang malaki ang nakataya dito for both these teams. And the loser, that will be it for their PSL National Finals campaign. Tala, the winner would be facing the first seed naman sa ating Group A sa ating Born 2008 division as Ginto. Able to hit on another three-pointer. So umuulan ng tres dito sa ating first quarter. 3 para sa Manila, 2 naman para sa Cavite.
Compared to our first game, no, the fourth quarter, the second half na lang pumapasok yung mga 3 points of both teams dito. As early as here in the first quarter, both teams already firing well from perimeter.
Sernias able to hit on another. 5 now para kay Sernias as the buzzer sounds to end the first quarter. It's a great response from Cavite after trailing by as much as 19. Nababa nila sa 14 heading into the second, 28-14. Abante pa rin ang Manila. For we resume our second quarter, a look at our team grouping sa ating Born 2008, specifically dito sa Group B, where we are watching the game sa court number 2. Luzon champion natin Cavite. We see them on the floor going up against the runner-up of NCR, Manila. And Davao City was the winner of our Mindanao leg. Tapos Visayas naman, runner-up was Ormoc. We also have a look at, of course, Peter June Simon enjoying the action this morning. Youth basketball at its finest. Asernia, talaga naman, nagpapakilala sa atin dito, Kyle. Had 5 points in that first quarter, leading the second unit of Cavite. And opening up with an end one to begin the second.
Instant offense para dito kay John Russell Sernias. Unorthodox lefty, but very deceptively quick. Itong batang to, no? Has a lot of moves in his arsenal. Already on the line to make it 8 points to his name.
Inside and out, no? Pinakitaan tayo ng tres. Pinakitaan tayo ng pull-up jumper, and that time around, able to penetrate inside and finishing amongst the threes of Manila UST. Ginto can't hit on that three. He was able to hit one in that first quarter. Lead down to 11, 28-17. Di Masayaw. Under three-pointer. That's off. As ball goes out of bounds, pabalik dito sa Manila.
Dalosa has been repeatedly trying to hit that outside shot. No, hasn't fallen for him yet. But he has a good line from three, no? Maganda yung pulso niya.
May lisensya eh. Pag pinukol, alam mong there's that confidence.
Bartolome with another foul, pleading to the referee, saying that he has his hands up. Pero obvious eh, yung yung hip check na binibigay niya dito sa kay Guerrero.
And yun nga yung minonstra ng ating official na parang explain lang kay Bartolome, ito yung ginawa mo eh.
Even though you do have your hands up, syempre yung katawan, you're still making contact with the body, especially with Guerrero who was going up for that shot. You have to give them the proper space, especially when landing.
Yung Bartolome, kailangan nga munang iupo dito due to fouls. Kilos, kasi parang siya lang din yung parang pwedeng mangmama dito sa kanila sa loob eh. Talking about Bartolome.
Oo, no, not particularly tall, no, pero a little heftier than some of the other players in their front court. But now, noticeably smaller lineup para sa Cavite with the absence of Bartolome.
As a push will be called here. Against De La Cruz. Shot clock still at 14 para sa Cavite. Sernias once again. This time, good intention, but can't contain that pass was Shadari.
Oh, medyo malamig pa itong si Shadari coming off the bench, replacing itong si Bartolome. He will need to man the middle for the rest of this quarter if Bartolome stays on the bench due to foul trouble.
5 hits on that three-pointer. Extends the lead to 15 now, 32-17. Sernias. Pulls up once again. It's Guerrero. Matutuklaw si Sernias. He will head back to the line for another set of free throws. First on Guerrero and the third team foul para sa Manila UST. Meanwhile, let's head back to Daniel Leguardia for another report. Go ahead, Daniel.
Rest is definitely best to maintain a good condition. Kaya naman for Cavite coach JP Hilario, he mentioned na nakapagpahinga sila na maigi and that today as they step inside that court, they have to forget yesterday's loss and focus on what's in front of them. Besides those, Coach JP did not forget to remind them about two important things. One is to maintain the respect for their opponents and second is to be fearless. Wag raw sila matatakot kahit malalaki ang kalaban nila. In this do-or-die game, Coach JP added na motivation lang ang puhunan nila because they couldn't practice heading into this game. Let's see how this will turn out for them. Hi, man, Kyle.
Thank you, Daniel, for giving us a glimpse of the mindset naman nitong Cavite. And this is a do or die, as Daniel mentioned, Kyle, and you really can't afford na matakot dito sa Manila UST despite distinct height advantage in the front court of the guys in white.
Oh, much taller, heftier, and overall bigger even from the guard position. Itong Manila UST, no? But that fearlessness is a good mindset to have. And of course, you don't want to back down from any opponent. You have to respect your opponent, whoever they may be. And, well, they're down by 13 only, so still a lot of chances and a lot of time dito para sa Cavite. Hopefully, get back into this ball game.
They've done a good job in terms of trying to trim this lead down, particularly itong second unit.
Oh, no,
ng
led by
Cavite.
itong si Sernias, one of the few bright spots right now dito para sa Cavite.
Shatare able to settle down and hitting on that jumper. Lead down to 11, 32 to 21. Some chance of defense. So kahit itong mga kakampi ng Cavite, nagigising na rin from that bench. Trying to egg on their teammates. Ooh, what a block from Shadare. Di Masayaw. Aatake. Will head to the line. So that fearlessness in full display in that move by Di Masayaw.
Itong second unit ng Cavite, no, relentless in attacking the basket. They're not afraid to take the contact, and yung free throws nila has been slowly, surely piling on the points para sa kanila.
Di Masayaw able to get that, I believe, the fourth team foul as well para dito sa Manila. That would mean free throws for the remaining 6 and 27 of this quarter. Gets the second to go. It's 32 to 22 now. Cavite still trailing by 10. But yung momentum, parang nararamdaman mo na, nagsiswitch na dito para sa Cavite. As Knowles will be blocked.
Well, defensively, they're playing a lot better, no? Especially as a unit, no? Individual defense as well, staying in front of their man. And yun nga, they've been able to get 2 blocks already in the consecutive possessions. Yung disiplina nila on defense, not fouling too much, is working well para sa kanila. They've been able to get some stops.
Just one and done para sa Manila. Sernias once again looking to attack. And finish on that layup. Di Masayaw also foiled. Couple of nice stops para sa Manila UST. This is Bathan. Challenges the defense. Another big block from Shadare.
Shadare knows how to keep his hand up, no? Even when he's jumping, he jumps vertically. So that's something that you should keep note if you're a young player, no? When you want to block the shot. Hindi mo kailangan ibuelo at yampasin yung bola, no? You just have to keep your hands up when you're jumping. And if you're lucky, you'll get the block.
Yung gigil minsan na gusto mong iswat literally yung bola.
Gusto mo i-volleyball spike minsan kasi yun yung maganda sa highlights eh.
Castillejo gets that three-pointer. Now down to a single-digit lead para sa Manila, 32 to 25. The closest Cavite has been after they were down by 19 earlier. 5 and 12 remaining here in our second quarter. We have a timeout. It's 32 to 25 matchup between Manila UST and Luzon Cavite sa ating Born 2008 division. Winner will advance to the semifinals. Mula dito sa Victoria Sports Tower in Quezon City. Jaime Medera kasama si Cal Sanchez alongside Daniel Leguardia. Bring you the action live on YouTube. Manila now on the back foot after leading by as much as 19. The second unit of Cavite kept them in it. Tapos nahawa na nung pagbalik ng kanilang starters. may ano na rin, no? May energy na rin na nag-rub off from that team in the second five of Cavite.
It all started on defense para dito sa Cavite, no, with players like itong sila Shadare really getting some stops on the defensive end, getting key blocks, and that enabled them to go out into transition where itong sila Sernas, they were able to get some easy layups, and they were also getting to the free throw line.
Castillejo trying to take it on the other side. Great defense shown there by Manila. Shadare comes up with another stop, that time a steal.
It seems like he plays his role very well, no? A high energy guy, knowing when to, knowing where he is on defense. Yung awareness niya on the defensive end of the floor is very high. Getting some steals, getting some blocks, not trying to force anything, not trying to foul or overplay yung kanilang mga binabantayan niya.
Yung mga masasarap na kakampi, no? If makaka-big block or maka-big steal, and speaking of big, that's a big three from Dustin Batan. His third three-pointer of the game.
Pamatay sunog din yun for Manila UST. No? Try to slow down itong run that Cavite is on.
40-0 run now para sa Manila UST. After maibaba nga sa 7 ang kanilang kalamangan. As Cabanyero able to elude the defense of Shadare. This is now a 6-0 run off that timeout. Lead up to 13 once more. Dadagdagan pa nga ni Cruz. 8-0 blast. So just when you thought momentum was switching to Cavite's side, mapupunta muli dito sa Manila. Now up again by 15, 40-25. It's 40-25. Manila UST with this 15-point advantage against the winners of Luzon. Cavite. Cavite's turn to find a response, and that is the response that they're looking for. That layup will work para kay David Legaspi, their team captain. Samahan mo pa nga ng foul, a bonus free throw coming his way.
Cavite trying to go back on a run, no? Na medyo napigil ng 6-0 run itong Manila UST. Full court press right now for Cavite.
Lead down to 12. Cabanyero goes to Knowles. Sidesteps his way inside, blocked by Legaspi.
The help defense of Cavite has been good here in the second quarter. No? When the initial defender is beat, there's always a teammate there that's ready to to help on defense.
Castillejo looking inside. His pass stolen by Knowles. Had an open three, but decided to look for that higher percentage shot. But resulted to that turnover. 40-28. 12-point advantage. Knowles looking to extend off on that three-pointer as a bump will be called here against Cruz. If I'm not mistaken, that will mean free throws on the other side of the floor. So indeed, penalty na dito ang Manila UST. So Di Masaya will be heading to the line for 2.
Chance to cut this lead down to 10, no? And also stop the clock in the process. So in favor para sa Cavite itong penalty situation ng Manila UST.
If ikaw naman ng Cavite, it is something you would really want to take advantage of. Maagang penalty actually itong Manila UST, but this is the first set of free throws after Manila got past the limit. Si Masayaw hits on both. Their own 5-0 run after their own timeout. Lead down to 10. Pass deflected and tuluyan na nga maaagaw. Legaspi. Lilipad. Will be clipped. Under a set of free throws coming up para sa Cavite. 2:27 remaining in our first half of action. After that slow start, seems like itong Cavite has quite settled down, no? And sabi mo nga, it's more their defense igniting yung kanilang opensa.
Oh, in the first quarter, medyo ginulat sila ng Manila UST. It was they started 14-4, and then of course UST finishing the first quarter on a strong note. Pero in the second quarter, itong depensa nga ng Cavite slowly but surely getting them back into this ball game.
So 8-0 run para sa Manila kanina. Now a 7-2 run after that layup from Andwell Cabanyero. This guy's a workhorse para sa Manila UST. Lead up to 10 once more. Cavite to execute on the half court. Shot clock down to 9. Castillejo thinking 3. Steps back for his 3. That's off. Great defense there coming from 5. Under 2 minutes left sa ating second quarter. Batan. So look at the clock. He will pull up. Uses the glass, but that won't fall. Cabanyero asking for it and will hit on that three-pointer. 5 straight para kay Andwell Cabanyero.
Manila UST now in a 1-2-2 zone, no? Giving different looks dito sa opensa ng Cavite, making it difficult for them to try and run their offensive sets.
Nixon Cabanyero rather. Might be mistaking him for another Cabanyero who is an excellent player. It could be the same. Have to double check with Daniel later on.
Oh, no, if if there's any relation. And similar din yung pangalan parehong Nick.
45-32, up by 13 is Manila. Can make it back-to-back threes. What's Cabanyero? Ball goes back to Cavite. Just 41 seconds left sa ating second. Winner nga would advance to the semifinals. So the players are playing like it. This might be the last game for one of these teams. That pass, excellent, but Legaspi can't convert. Has foul given up. So 2 more free throws coming Cavite's way. Di Valenzona whistled for that personal. His first of the game. Gaspi so far with that conversion, 6 points to go with 9 rebounds. Yung rebounding, really important din para dito sa Cavite. Kasi nabanggit na nga natin that Manila has that distinct height advantage. And this is a school-based team, Manila UST, as they call for a timeout, up by 12, 45-33. Back here in Victoria Sports Tower in Quezon City, where Manila is up by 12, 45-33 in this Born 2008 matchup between Manila and Cavite. Cavite, the winners of our Luzon leg. Samantala Manila UST were the runners-up sa ating NCR division naman. 5. Trying to swing it to Valenzona as ball is deflected. 14 seconds left on the shot clock of Manila. 2-second shot clock and game clock difference. Valenzona will go to 5. Shot clock down to 8 now. Down to 4. 5 pa rin. Through traffic, kicks it out to Batan for 3. Just in the nick of time.
Great time management there from Cinco, dishing it off at the last possible second, no? And not giving a chance for Cavite to get back or get a shot back before the end of the quarter.
And it's 48-33 at the end of our first half. Abante nga ng 15 itong Manila UST. As moments before we resume our second half of action, we have a look at our tournament format. So we're at the tail end of our single round robin. This is the last games of the teams that we have here sa ating national finals. The top two nga will advance to the semis. Crossover ang ating semifinals, A1 versus B2, B1 versus A2, and yung ating finals game would just be one game. And the winner of our national finals would be the Philippine representative to PSL Global. Jaime Mendihar nga po kasama si Cal Sanchez alongside Daniel Leguardia, bringing you the action mula dito sa Victoria Sports in Quezon City in this born 2008 division matchup between Manila UST and the Luzon champions Cavite. It is a 15-point lead, 48-33 at the end of the half. Cavite did have that run, Kyle, especially in that second quarter behind their second unit. Nababa nga nila to as low as 7. But Manila, the typical response from this very seasoned team. This is a school-based team, as we spoke about. Every time Cavite was threatening, nakakahanap na responde itong Manila.
Oh, Cavite started very slow, especially in the first quarter, no? But in the second quarter, yung defense nila, especially led by itong sila Shadare, yung second unit, brought a lot more energy in the second quarter. They were able to get stops, get some easy layups in the fast break, and also get to the free throw line, seeing as Manila UST was in the penalty for majority of that second quarter. They were able to cut the lead down, but Manila UST finishing strong with that three-pointer to end the first half.
Would be Manila to have first crack here in the third quarter. Batan able to hit on those 4 3-pointers. Will get clipped. Castillejo will be whistled for that personal. Batan will head to the line. Chance to add to his now 13-point tally. So, pwedeng yung isa sa 3-pointers nito ni Batan would have been just a long 2. So, just 3 3-pointers to his name. Not 4. Because I know he ended that quarter with a 3-pointer. In any case, he's still the leading scorer amongst all the players in the game so far. 2 out of 2 from the line. Make that 15 now para kay Dustin. Lead up to 17. Castillejo. Goes to Dapilaga. Looking inside, but Legaspi. Bit of a case of butterfingers.
Oo,
Napapunas nga bigla.
Of course, as a player, ayaw mong, ayaw mong umamin minsan pag nagkamali ka. You just try to blame it on your hands or sometimes even on the ball. Good idea there. Kaya lang dumulas yung bola kay Legaspi.
5. This pass stolen. Dapilaga.
Another missed opportunity there for Cavite. No? Dapilaga getting that steal. Good defensive awareness para sa kanya. Kaya lang a little out of control sa fast break. Hitting that ball off his leg.
Sayang na opportunity para sa Cavite. 5. He attacks. Floats it up. Short. Ball goes out of bounds. Back to Cavite.
Still scoreless here in the third quarter itong Cavite.
They did struggle, especially in that first quarter. Started off very slow. Only 4 points after, I believe, 7 minutes of action. Let's see if that first quarter will be haunting them as we see Castillejo hitting on his second 3-pointer of this game. This guy that you don't want to heat up.
Oh, as you mentioned sa akin earlier, CJ Castillejo, one of the better players para dito sa Cavite, showing us why right there.
So si Campañero hitting that reverse. I remember Castillejo, Coach Noy Africa, covered these games nung nandun sila sa Batangas. And this guy was able to hit on 8 3-pointers in one game. So talagang alam mo, kaya nitong uminit anytime.
Yes, someone you don't want to heat up from beyond the arc. Or if you're Manila UST, you have to have a more conscious effort in closing out on players like itong si CJ Castillejo.
Unable to hit on that corner 3 though. His team still trailing by 16. Castillejo once again. Short that time. Parang di pa niya makabit-kabit, no? Itong si CJ Castillejo so far has 6 behind 2 3-pointers.
Good idea there. Try to drive it since mintis yung previous 3-pointer niya. No? Maybe give himself a closer look at the basket. But di pa rin pumasok.
Di Masayaw goes to Castillejo once again. Can't hit on that 3. Takbo dito ang Manila. Cruz, head of steam. Shot too strong. Tapikan. Legaspi comes up with it. He will be fouled by Cruz. 7:05 remaining here in the third quarter. It's 52-36. Manila still with the 16-point advantage. Closest Cavite has been was 7. So Manila really has done a great job to weather the storm. A bit-bit ng ating Luzon champions. Corner 3 malakas. As hawak ang ipipito dito. The Pierce. De La Cruz. Make that 3 now on De La Cruz. See, traveling infraction will be called here against Cavite.
Obvious travel yan para kay Castillejo. No? You can't jump off and land on the same foot. The referees are definitely going to call that.
CJ Castillejo, of course, still looking for that rhythm. He's able to hit here and there. Can't find that consistency just yet. Caballero tracks down his own miss. Finds Batan for another 3. Long, as a loose ball foul will be called here against Caballero, and that would mean free throws. So itong penalty talagang medyo ito yung nagiging sakit ng Manila UST.
No, yung fouls nila. They've been giving chances dito sa Cavite to get back into this ball game by being in the penalty early. And you just have to be more careful of your fouls if you're Manila UST.
Apologies, that's just their third team foul. Still a lot with 6 minutes remaining. They did get into early penalty in that second quarter, allowing nga itong Cavite to keep it close. But so far, still up by 16 is Manila. Power move inside. Great conversion coming from Di Masayaw. For a name like Di Masayaw, parang he has some moves, no? Ayaw niya sumayaw, pero is able to find that way inside. But answering on the other end is a 3-pointer. Para dito naman sa Manila UST. That was Javier with that 3-pointer. Inside to Legaspi. Able to get that bucket. Cinco gives up that foul. Legaspi, a case of butterfingers earlier, but great hands in that instance.
Not the tallest guy, no? Pero right now, para sa Cavite, he's manning the middle, both on offense and on defense. He's a lanky player. Itong si Legaspi.
Able to complete that 3-point play though. And they do have to step up. Itong front court nga ng Cavite. Since one of their starters already has 3 personals, itong si Bartolome.
Oh, no, hasn't seen a lot of action since he got that third foul in the first quarter. They were trying to run the offense through him, but since he does have a lot of fouls right now, the other players, the other big men nitong Cavite have logged in a lot more minutes than they might be used to.
And speaking of running through, let's run through Daniel Eguardia for a report. Daniel?
For Manila UST to take this all the way to the semis, Coach Andy Mejo stressed how important it is for them to be aggressive when it comes to defense. Coming from the first half, Coach Andy pointed out to his players that they have to control the offensive rebounds of Cavite because that's where they get their scores, the second chance points. For Coach Andy, walang disadvantage or advantage for this game. Ang gusto lang nila is manalo para makapasok sa top 2 because it's one way para matuto ang players. Jaime and Kyle.
Thank you, Daniel. As we see the Losa missing on that 3. And yeah, yun din yung susi nga para dito sa Manila UST, Kyle. Really not to, to avoid a comeback coming from Cavite.
Yes, no, yung depensa talaga nila. As according to Coach Andy Mejos, they really have to double down on their defensive efforts and also make it a point to keep Cavite off the offensive glass.
So Gaspi score once more. Lead sila at 15, 57 to 42. Cavite can't really afford to trade baskets dito sa Manila UST.
They have been trading baskets. Now, they've been getting some good looks on offense. Kaya lang on defense, it's been a little too easy para dito sa Manila UST. Putting points up on the board. And that's not going to work if you're Cavite.
So 3-second violation will be called here against Manila. Trying to recover that basketball was Castro. We see Knowles back in the ball game. We were talking about him earlier. Kyle had that bit of an injury scare. Iniyelo niya nga yung kanyang ulo.
Yes.
Heading into, during that half.
Yes, Matthew Knowles, according to our courtside reporter, Daniel Aguarda, suffered a minor bump sa kanyang ulo. May bukol daw itong si Matthew Knowles. But of course, that's not going to be enough to stop him from getting back into this ball game. Glad to see that he's okay and ready to contribute once again para sa Manila UST.
Siyempre, itong mga batang to, no? They really would want to show up for their team. Kasi ang nakataya nga dito is a semifinals ticket as Sernias. What a move!
What a beautiful move. Long strides from Sernias. John Russell Sernas. Dinukot pa niya sa kabilang side.
Really like this kid, no? Talagang nabubuhayan itong Cavite whenever he's on that floor.
He's really a highlight reel waiting to happen. To John Russell Sernas once again with the ball.
The foul will be called here against Echave. His first of the game.
Isaiah Chavez couldn't believe it, seeing that he got all ball, pero there was contact on the body. That's why Di Masayo is going to the free throw line.
And once again, itong second unit, no? Iba rin yung punch na nabibigay talaga whenever that second unit came in tail end of the first quarter. Biglang dun nagkaroon ng run itong Cavite. And similarly here in the third, just when Manila was once again threatening to break this game open, Sernias leading the way. Biglang nagigising yung opensa nitong Cavite.
Yes, and ideally, as a coach, that's what you want your second unit to do, no? Ayaw mo naman na pag pinasok mo yung second unit mo, bababa yung level of play. Well, in fact, it's been the opposite here para sa Cavite. Their starters have struggled finding their rhythm, no? Pero it's the second unit that's been bringing life. Kita mo naman yung energy na dinadala nila on both sides of the floor. Once they get a stop, talagang takbuhan itong mga players ng yung second stringers ng Cavite.
Dalosa the runner, short. Dalosa still can't find that bucket. Only 3 points to his name. Knowles from the corner. Safe to say that bump in his head not bothering him. Extends the lead up to 13 once again, 60-47. Just a minute and 45 remaining. Still just in the third quarter. Dalosa. Ball slips. Pass ahead to Dustin Bathan. Lefty layup. Just like that, lead up to 15 once more. Timeout muna dito ang Cavite. 47 with a minute and 33 remaining sa ating third quarter. Manila still in the driver's seat. Cavite threatened to bring this lead down once again.
Every time Cavite has been cutting down the lead nitong Manila UST, no? Manila UST has had an answer.
Sernias, his pass deflected by Castro, leading to this Batan. Fast break opportunity. Inabol ni Legazpi, but our referees deemed there was too much contact as Batan will head to the line for 2.
It's been a game of runs, no? And every time Cavite has went on a run, Manila UST answers with a run of their own, and we're in the middle of UST's run right now.
In this game of that type of ball game, I mean, Kyle, no? Na parang runs, answers, runs. Obviously, the leading team would have a more distinct advantage dahil may puhunan na nga na baon itong Manila after leading by 14 at the end of that first.
Oh, that's why we always say, no, it's hard to get into a deficit early. Kasi buong laro, maghahabol ka na. And yun nga, as we always say, mas nakakapagod pag naghahabol ka. Kasi one mistake, nakaka-deflate din ng moral yan. Sometimes, when you score a lot of points, nadidikit mo na yung kalamangan, and then maka-isang 3-pointer lang yung kalaban, they go on another run. So, it's a lot more tiring being down.
Okay, yung room for error mo, panipis din ng panipis, no? Pag ikaw yung naghahabol, and your ability to really make shots and make stops, doble, if not even triple pa yung kayod.
Yes, minimal margin for error right now para sa Cavite if they hope to advance in this tournament.
Sport to Knowles. Sidesteps his way through, blocked by Shadare. Another block. So Knowles erased a couple of times. Caballero though comes up with a steal. Another block by Shadare. Really shutting the door para dito sa Manila.
Oh, he had an error, no, with that turnover. That was a bad outlet pass actually for Shadare, but he made up for it with another big block.
Getting some instruction. So it's important not just to kind of get that block, but siyempre, in your effort to get that ball ahead, anticipate mo rin yung mga players that are in that passing lane. Sila Gaspi, able to clean it up. So 5 seconds remaining sa ating third, lead down to 15. Just a couple of seconds now. Caballero has to put it up. Gets a bump, not the finish. As the end of the third, we have a 15-point lead pa rin para sa Manila, 64-49. Fourth quarter about to resume. Silipin muna natin ang ating road to PSL Global. So ito nga yung mga steps kung paano natin nahanap itong mga koponan na to sa ating national finals. That's the third point that you would see here. The winners will advance to the PSL Global Championship Challenge 2024 for a chance to be called the Pilipinas Super League Global Champions. Pero for both these teams, a semi-final ticket is up for grabs, and so far Manila UST in a prime possession to get that second ticket. Batan, thinking three. Gets another one. Mainit si Dustin Batan. Dito sa ating laro, that's three-pointer number 5, I believe.
Still not closing out dito kay Batan, no? Kanina pa siya mainit from deep.
And I know we spoke about that's his fourth three-pointer rather, as you see Legazpi hit on that keyhole jumper. Alam ko wala masyadong scouting any of these teams, but I'm pretty sure itong si Dustin Basan, this is already the third game sa ating round robin. Someone that you would need to close out hard on.
Oh, ano, should be a marked man already. Para dito sa Cavite itong si Batan. But playing really well para sa Manila USD. He's been the main contributor on offense para sa kanila. And for Cavite, you have to shut down the scorers nitong Manila USD if you have any hopes of cutting this lead once again.
Goes to Knowles. He's able to hit on that opposite corner, not on that other side. As Caballero hits that putback. Lead up to 18, 69 to 51. Bartolome back in the ball game, nursing those 3 fouls. Kicks it out to Castillejo. Long jumper. Won't get the bounce. Castillejo though with a tip-in.
Not giving up tong CJ Castillejo. Kung si Batan naman has been playing well para sa Manila USD, has been CJ Castillejo and John Russell Cernias naman for Cavite.
Castillejo comes up with it. Looking ahead. 3-pointer. Too long. Talagang hindi mahanap ang range nito ni Cyrus John Dalosa.
Oh, kaninang first quarter pa. Itong si Dalosa, he's been taking a lot of threes. Pero unfortunately, he hasn't gone down for him. Might be a different story for Cavite had he made even half of his shots.
We did say that Dalosa has that license to shoot. So alam mo namang, he's one person that they rely on to hit on those outside snipes.
Oh, he has the green light, no? Itong si Dalosa, hindi pa masyado nakakabutas dito sa ating laro.
Just 1 of 8 from the 3-point arc, talking about Dalosa as Castillejo. Medyo maalat din pa si CJ, just 8 points to his name. Is that missing piece in terms of production?
Oh, far from his usual averages. Itong si Castillejo.
Batan wide open once again, dodge a bullet. Was Cavite in that instance. They swing it, leading to this Dalosa 3-pointer. Still can't get it to go. 1 out of 9 now para kay Dalosa. Caballero. His 3 won't work. Castro gives them another opportunity. 5. May ipit sa loob. Trying to get it to Cruz, but pass is stolen.
Active hands there para kay Legaspi.
Cruz secures the rebound.
On Cavite side, itong si Dalosa and Castillejo both shooting blanks right now here in the fourth quarter.
You did mention nga, Kyle, that if you are a team that height may not necessarily be your advantage, yung outside shot na yan, kailangan mahulog eh.
Oo. And if it's not falling for players like itong sila Dalosa, you want to see them try to get different looks. Maybe attack the basket a little bit more, no?
Caballero hits on an end one. Extends the lead to 18 with a bonus free throw in tow. So you just looking at the quarter scoring dito, Kyle, no? Second quarter, Manila just outscored Cavite by 1, 20 to 19. That third, 16 each for both these teams. But that first quarter, 28 to 14. So we did speak about that strong start of Manila. And kahit na sumasabay naman yung Cavite in that second and the third, we're still looking at a 19-point advantage para sa Manila USD.
Kasi ideally, to offset the big first quarter nitong Manila USD, Cavite would have to have a big fourth quarter here, similar to what USD did to them in the first quarter. Kaya lang, still, Cavite is having a hard time shooting the ball here in the final quarter. And not a good sign.
Ito naman ng Manila, parang you can kind of just slow things down. Try to avoid a meltdown here in the fourth. Samantalang Cavite, they really have to kind of force the issue.
Yes, all Manila really has to do right now with 5 minutes left in this ballgame is to try to milk the clock, try to maximize every possession as best as they can, and get quality looks as well.
5 unable to hit on that leaner. Foul will be whistled here against Manila. Still up by 17, 72 to 55. Close to halfway through our fourth quarter. Cinco and Cruz will take a seat in lieu of Valenzona and Castro. Sernias back in the ball game as well para sa Cavite. Has provided that spark each and every time they wish to go on that run. But Legazpi unable to hit. He is the leading scorer para dito sa Cavite, has 16 to his name. Go to Knowles. Bathan. The 7 to shoot. Knowles from outside. Gets that 3 to go. As a technical foul will be called against him with that taunting, I suppose. But the not sure if he was just trying to signal dun sa kanyang fans dito sa sidelines.
Oo, no, signaling something towards the sideline. Ito si Matthew Knowles, but right in front of our officials. Of course, they had no choice but to call a technical on Matthew Knowles.
We were talking about kanina nga Kyle na baka relatives niya yun nandito sa ating tagiliran.
Yes, oo, doon siya tumingin.
Doon siya
after hitting that
tumingin.
shot.
But
Nakaharap daw
officials,
si Legazpi.
it did appear as if, kasi tinirahan niya nga, ginawa niyang asintahan si Legazpi in that instance. So something that the players would also have to kind of learn, no? Yeah, you hit a big 3, extends this to the biggest lead now. I mean, matching their biggest lead at 19. Ay, hindi na kailangan minsan yung ganyang extracurriculars.
It's okay to show emotion from time to time, pero in the right setting, no? Yung, and especially not in the form of taunting. I mean, it's okay to celebrate a big shot or a great defensive stop, pero try not to maybe limit, taunting your opponent, especially in front of the officials. Kasi especially if it's a close game, it might hurt your team.
They are up by 19, so maybe some luxury.
Oh, no, they have some room, I guess, to taunt. Still, I don't advise it para sa ating mga kabataan, but we'll let it go for now.
Bathan. 3 rattles out. Castro trying to fight for it, but he will be called for that loose ball foul. Let's head over once again to Daniel for a report. Daniel?
Coach JP Hilario of Cavite reminded his players na may tiwala siya sa kanilang lahat. That's why they just have to take it one step at a time. Even before the game started, he kept telling his players na huwag kalimutan ang mga dahilan bakit sila naglalaro sa tournament na ito. They have to keep in mind their families, special ones, and of course, the whole community of Cavite dahil silang ay pinaglalaban nila sa loob ng court. To close the gap, sabi ni Coach JP, sipag at consistency ang kailangan nila. Hi, man, Kyle.
Thank you, Daniel. And sipag and consistency really would be kind of their formula. But the time against the side of Cavite dito, 3 and 17 remaining as we see Knowles falling out of this ball game.
And tama naman yung reminder ni coach sa mga players niya, no? Just reminding them that they're playing not just for themselves, but of course for their teammates as well as for their families and friends in Cavite. And overall, still, a good experience para sa kanila being here, playing against a school-based team that's very historical din in terms of accomplishments, itong Manila UST.
Castillejo able to hit on that corner.
Maybe one last fight para dito sa Cavite, no? With less than 3 minutes remaining. Maybe a last gasp para sa kanila.
One final run. Does Cavite have it in them? Shot clock down to 5. Caballero saving it. Just a second. As a shot clock violation will be called here. So ang good news dun, you milk 24 seconds off the game clock, but not the way you would want to execute if ikaw naman tong Manila.
Yes, luckily for them, they're still up by 14. Still some time for Cavite to, come up with a miracle of sorts.
Off on that 3 is
Yes,
CJ.
they have to play perfect the rest of the way.
Able to hit on that basket is Ravelo. Lead down to 12, 75 to 63 as Manila UST will call for this timeout. It's 75 to 63. Lead down to 12. Just 2 and 20 remaining. But Cavite really trying to make one final push. Try and complete their comeback. They trailed by as much as 19. Pero yung puhunan na-invest nga ng maaga itong Manila at the end of that first quarter, led by 14. That caution to be just enough to avoid a meltdown. A 5 would be the dagger para dito sa Manila.
Oh, once again, no? Every time Cavite has been on a run, Manila repeatedly having an answer for them.
Miss on another three-pointer. They swing it. Castillejo attacks the baseline. Finger roll. So conversions coming the way of Cavite now. Pero yung stops, they haven't made that in terms of a consistent manner.
Almost a steal there.
Batan comes up with his own miss. That hurts if you are Cavite. Another chance na sunugin ng oras para dito sa Manila. Shot clock down to 5. Just 4 seconds remaining sa shot clock ng Manila UST.
We didn't get confirmation earlier, pero I'm gonna assume na itong si Nixon Caballero is maybe the younger brother ni Nick Caballero ng seniors division ng USC, no? Kamukhang kamukha.
Okay, runs in the blood. And has played well as well. Ikaw na siguro magsabi, Kyle, kung who among the Caballeros is kind of a better player at this age. Sabihin na lang natin, no? Obviously, the senior version would have a lot more to show. So far, Caballero has 17 points to his name along with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. An all-around performance for the younger Caballero. Just 53 seconds remaining. Manila playing keep away. 5 goes to Caballero. Just 5 seconds. Cruz long on that jumper. But will still stay with Manila UST. Just a couple of seconds left on their shot clock. Still up by 12, 77 to 65. So the Luzon champions down by 12. As Cruz hits on that short stab, talaga namang, it really kind of making it difficult para sa Cavite to complete this comeback.
And that's probably gonna be it, no? Safe to say. Para dito sa ating semifinals, Manila UST is going to move on.
So yung Manila UST will be joining Davao City, who won earlier against Ormoc, as the second seed sa ating Group B, born 2008 division. They will be facing the first seed naman sa Group A as their journey continues sa ating PSL National Finals. In case you didn't know, the winner of our PSL National Finals will be the representative of the Philippines in our Global Championships. Also happening this July at would follow itong completion ng ating National Finals. If ikaw ang Cavite, nothing to be ashamed of. Obviously, you kind of went through the ringer. Won to be the representative of Cavite. Champion kayo ng Luzon to get to the national finals. Fortunately, tong laro nga na to where everything was at stake. That first quarter, a bit of I guess that forgettable experience para dito sa mga nakaitim.
Yes, as is the case with almost all of the teams here, no? They went through a lot to get to where they are now, and they have to be proud of their efforts as well. Kinulang lang talaga sila in this ball game against a much stronger Manila UST team.
Of course, Manila UST will be coming up with this victory 80-65 against the champions of Luzon. An excellent performance all around for several players of Manila UST, led by Dustin Batan with 22. Cabanero finished with 17. Knowles with 13 as well before fouling out. So great balance in this Manila team, Kyle. Talagang malalim kung sa malalim, and definitely a tough out in our semifinals.
Very deep bench and very talented itong lineup ng Manila UST. No? Everyone contributed. Lahat ng mga players na pinasok ni Coach Andy, and they were able to execute their game plan to perfection.
And one of the reasons kung bakit nga umabante ng ganito kalaki ang Manila kasama ni Daniel Laguardia is Dustin Batan.
I have here the best player of the game, Dustin Batan, who showed an immense, amazing performance for today's game against Cavite. So first of all, Dustin, congratulations for that performance. Ang tanong ko lang naman is, Coach Andy pointed out that you had trouble controlling the offensive rebounds of Cavite. So how did you manage to do that and also get this big of a gap?
We communicated all throughout the game. Sinabihan namin yung big man namin na bumax out and rebound kami. All throughout, wala naman kami naging problema. Sa una meron, pero second half time, doon kami nakipagbakbakan na sa sa rebound.
Of course, right now that it was a do or die game, it was very intense. How are you feeling right now that you got this win?
Feeling excited because pasok kami sa playoffs and we're ready for tomorrow.
Well, congratulations. Of course, you have supporters from Manila, UST, and everywhere in the country. So would you like to say anything to them?
I would like to say thank you to all the ones who's watching, my parents, supporters, and my dad in another country.
Thank you so much again. Congrats, Dustin, and congrats to the Manila UST team. Back to you, Jaime and Kyle.
Thank you, Daniel. Congratulations once again, Dustin Batan, our best player of the game. That's it for game number 2. Coming up next, the runners-up of NCR Caloocan will go up against the champions of Luzon, Pangasinan. Game number 3 coming right up. Magbabalik pa po inyong Pilipinas Super League. Dito, Pinoy ang bida.